Hi everybody, my name is Caden.
I'm Eli.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Jason.
And we're the YHWH the Torah YouTube channel.
And we thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with us. We are your family. You guys are truly our family, and we hope that we are your family. And we thank you for listening in, hanging out with us, and for reading these scriptures, and for reading these words that our forefathers and foremothers got to live and got to experience. And we are deep into the book of Aḍam and Ḥawwah. We are on to chapter 68 of this, and we shall see, well, not exactly one of the first sacrifices, because we had seen it before. Aḍam tried to put his blood on an altar before, and it was accepted by Yah, but he said never to do that again. And so today we're going to get a little bit of early beginnings of a sacrifice, or not really a sacrifice, but like an offering to our Creator. Gentlemen, you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, and for everybody, I'm a little plugged up today. I think they're chemtrailing the snot out of us down here, and I don't know what it's doing. They're creating a drought in a tropical rainforest. Usually half the year we have enormous amounts of rain. Like right now, it should just be buckets of rain. There shouldn't be any sun at all. And I think they have chemtrailed us to beat the band. And so I think whatever they're dropping on us is like made me super stuffy, and I guess made everyone stuffy around here. So excuse my nasally sounds here. I'll try to be less nasally, and if you hear me sniffing, that's probably why. Okay, here we go. 68. Then Elohim looked upon Aḍam and Ḥawwah, and upon what had come upon them from Satan, and how he had made them perish. Elohim therefore sent his word and raised up Aḍam and Ḥawwah from their state of death. And just a little recap for anybody who doesn't remember what happened yesterday. Satan and his band of minions who hate all of humanity, who hate you, who hate your family, who hate my family, who hate everything, and they have power that they're able to physically do things in our realm. Well, they deceived Aḍam and Ḥawwah again, and this is right after Aḍam and Ḥawwah had just barely eaten and drank, and they were out there in their field learning how to make bread, learning how to harvest wheat, and Hasatan came to them yet again and got them, and they were out for 8 days, and they died. They literally died of heat exhaustion and thirst. Okay, 3. Then Aḍam, when he was raised, said, "O Elohim, thou hast burnt and taken us from the corn, and thou hast given us, and thou hast emptied out the bucket of water, and thou hast sent thy messengers who have waylaid us from the cornfield. Wilt thou make us perish? If this be not from thee, O Elohim, then take away our souls, but punish us not." Then Elohim said to Aḍam, "I did not burn down the wheat, and I did not pour the water out of the bucket, and I did not send my messengers to lead thee astray, but it is Satan, thy master, who did it, he to whom thou hast subjected thyself. My commandment being meanwhile set aside. He it is who burnt down the corn, and poured out the water, and who has led thee astray. And all the promises he has made you, verily, are but feint, and deceit, and a lie. But now, O Aḍam, thou shalt acknowledge my good deeds done to thee." And Elohim told his messengers to take Aḍam and Ḥawwah, and to bear them up to the field of wheat, which they found as before, with the bucket full of water.
What kind of bucket was this?
I don't know.
Bucket? It was like a wood bucket.
I don't know. Maybe it was a stone bucket. Maybe
Mud bucket.
I don't know. It's a bucket of some kind. Whatever you would have to keep on what? That's a good question, though. Anyone have any ideas? Stone, like a big rock that it was like a. Well, it could be like a bucket of rock. Like a
Maybe like a stone curd or something.
something of the sort. All right, let's continue on. And 8. There they saw a tree, and found on it solid manna, and wondered at Elohim's power. And the messengers commanded them to eat of the manna when they were hungry. All right, so we have the very first incidents of manna, right? And we didn't, up until this, you didn't know exactly what this was, but manna seems like one of these things that is super, super cool. It's like angel food. It's like angel cakes. And it's basically, when we learn from just regular scriptures, is that you can take this and you like grind it up and you make cakes out of it. You make things of that nature. And I would imagine you could just take it off the tree when you're hungry and you're able to eat it. So our Creator provided yet again a little bit of food. And I'm sure it didn't make Satan very happy. And Elohim adjured Satan with a curse, not to come again and destroy the field of corn. Then Aḍam and Ḥawwah took of the corn and made of it an offering, and took it and offered it up on the mountain, the place where they had offered up first their offering of blood. And they offered this oblation again on the altar they had built at first. And they stood up and prayed and besought YHWH, saying, Thus, O Elohim, when we were in the garden did our praises go up to thee, like this offering, and our innocence went up with thee, like incense. But now, O Elohim, accept this offering from us, and turn us not back, reft of thy mercy. Then Elohim said to Aḍam and Ḥawwah, Since ye have made this oblation and have offered it to me, I shall make it flesh, when my bin comes down upon the earth to save you, and I shall cause it to be offered continually upon an altar, for forgiveness and for mercy, unto those who partake of it duly. And Elohim sent a bright fire upon the offering of Aḍam and Ḥawwah, and filled it with brightness, grace, and light. And the Ruach HaKodesh came down upon that oblation. Then Elohim commanded a messenger to take fire tongs like a spoon, and with it take an offering and bring it to Aḍam and Ḥawwah. And the messenger did so, as Elohim had commanded, and offered it to them. I don't know what that's all about exactly.
Fire tongues.
Fire tongues, or an offering. I think what it was meaning was it was like a regular offering, like a burnt offering of some kind. And he showed him how to do it. That's my guess, although it's very not clear. 15. And the souls of Aḍam and Ḥawwah were brightened, and their hearts were filled with joy and gladness, and with praises of Elohim. And Elohim said to Aḍam, This shall be unto you accustomed to do so, when affliction and sorrow come upon you. But your deliverance and your entrance into the garden shall not be until the days are fulfilled, as agreed between you and me. Were it not so, I would, of my mercy and pity for you, bring you back to my garden and to my favor for the sake of the offering you have just made to my name. Aḍam rejoiced at these words which he had heard from Elohim. And he and Ḥawwah worshipped before the altar, to which they bowed, and they went back to the cave of treasures. And this took place at the end of the 12th day, after the 80th day, from the time Aḍam and Ḥawwah came out of the garden. So we are essentially 80 and 12, so we're 92 days after this is what we are looking at. And they stood up the whole night praying until morning, and then went out of the cave.
Do they ever sleep?
They slept. We know they slept one good night of sleep when they ate, that first time that they ate, and then they got deceived, and then they walked for 8 days, and so obviously sleep is not as much as a priority as it is for us these days, or at least we're in a routine of it. Okay, 20. Then Aḍam said to Ḥawwah with joy of heart, because of the offering they made to Elohim, and that they had accepted of him, let us do this 3 times every week, on the 4th day, on the preparation day, and on the Shabbat, all the days of our life. And as they agreed to these words between themselves, Elohim was pleased with their thoughts, and with the resolution they had each taken with each other. After this came the word of Elohim to Aḍam, and said, O Aḍam, thou hast determined beforehand the days in which sufferings shall come upon me, when I am made flesh, for they are the 4th day and the preparation day. But as to the 1st day, I created it all in all things, and I raised the heavens. And again, through my rising again on this day, will I create joy, and raise them on high, who believe in me. O Aḍam, offer this oblation all the days of thy life. And this is where the Trinitarian stuff kind of falls into this thing. And this is one thing that, for those who listen to this channel, you guys know where we stand on this. The Father is the Father. The Son is the Son. The Son came and died at the wishes of his Father, and he fulfilled walking the Torah perfectly. And so there is no Trinity. That Trinity is all a deception of the Catholic Church of 325 AD, after the days of our Messiah was on the earth. 24. Then Elohim withdrew his word from Aḍam. But Aḍam continued to offer this oblation thus every week, 3 times, until the end of 7 weeks. And on the 1st day, which is the 50th, Aḍam made an offering as he was wont, and he and Ḥawwah took it, and came to the altar before Elohim, as he had taught him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not so sad as he won't, right?
Yeah, I don't. These are, they decided to run this as the Old English. They had the king, so it sounds like the king. All right, gentlemen, that is it. We're going to wrap this one up today on this. Anyone have any inputs, any insights at all?
Not really. We see where we get sacrifices from. We didn't really have sacrifice, but they did know how to sacrifice before Levites. We had Noah doing sacrifices. We had Abraham doing sacrifices. We have Adam and Eve doing sacrifices. So
yeah.
Sacrifices were a thing before the Levites, or was ever commanded to do sacrifices.
Yeah, absolutely. And, this is a different kind of it, because they offered up their little corn, right? They offered their corn harvest onto that. first fruits, something of the sort, right? And so this is where, this is where obedience starts, right? It begins with trying to make our Creator happy. And, it's sad because in the Christian religion, all they know is like, love thy God and love thy neighbor as thyself. And they think that loving our Elohim means disobeying him. And it's like some weird understanding of what love is. So anyway, guys, hopefully you have a wonderful day. We will talk to you later, and much love.
All right, Shalom.